Hi, I'm Angela Sharp, and welcome to the Daily Mix. I hope you had a great weekend. You know, I really hate that time seems to move so much faster in summer. There's so many things that I want to do and see, and I feel like my time is dwindling. So if you're like me, make like a priority list of where you need to go, what you need to visit, and let's get that done because we're not going to have that much time left. Plus, it's extremely hot. But when it's hot and you want to do fun things in the summer, what do you typically think about? I think about ice cream. So I have Tamara Keefe. She's going to be joining me here today on the show from Clementine's Naughty and Nice Ice Cream. Now, they're talking about National Ice Cream Day and the 120th anniversary of the World's Fair and some ice cream that goes with it. I'm really excited to check it out. So let's get started on today's Daily Mix. If you've been thinking about adding a furry friend to your family, now is the perfect time. CARE STL, the Center for Animal Rescue and Enrichment of St. Louis, is joining hundreds of shelters nationwide to take part in the Bissell Pet Foundation's Empty the Shelters National Adoption Event. Throughout the end of July, all animal adoption fees at CARE are waived. Now, we've been showing you just a few of the many adoptable and adorable pets that are currently available. And through July 31st, all of their adoption fees have been covered. How wonderful is that? To find the perfect pet for you or your family, or to learn more on how you can help CARE STL, visit them at icarestl.org. Now, if you're like me and you love burgers, I consider myself a burger connoisseur, then I think you're gonna love this next one. St. Louis Burger Week is back, now in its 7th year. This is the ultimate celebration of all things burger in St. Louis. More than 60 restaurants are coming together to offer their mouth-watering creations at a special price. Whether you're a meat lover or a vegetarian, there's a savory burger just for you. And the St. Louis Burger Week app also returns this year, giving you the chance to eat burgers, earn points, and win prizes. St. Louis Burger Week runs July 22nd through the 28th. You can find the burger lineup, download the app, and more at burgerweekstlouis.com. 24 flying children from our sister city of St. Louis and Stuttgart will be soaring together this summer in St. Louis thanks to a Peace Through Pyramids partnership. Now, the two groups first met online in 2020, and they trained together and created video to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the sister cities. Last summer, they finally met in person and created a live show that toured in Germany. Now this summer, they're reuniting and creating a new show to perform here in St. Louis. The show will be performed in Circus Harmony's home ring at City Museum, but they're also available for booking in other locations. And we hear that flying children eat a lot, so food donations as well as tickets to local events and help paying for gas and transporting the troops to and from is also greatly appreciated. Sister City Circus will run July 26th through August 9th. Visit circusharmony.org and click on the Germany tab underneath Peace Through Pyramids. The New Jewish Theater's 2024 season is set to continue with Red by John Logan. This Tony Award-winning play explores the life and mind of celebrated painter Mark Rothko during the 2 years he spent creating the famous Seagram murals, which became the largest commission in the history of modern art at the time. Red will take place in the J. Wool Theater beginning Thursday, July 25th through Sunday, August 11th. You can find tickets and more information at newjewishtheater.org. The a cappella group Straight No Chaser returns to St. Louis this month after time traveling 3 decades with the Summer the 90s tour. The group first came together actually in the 90s while they were in college, and now they're breathing new life into some of the classic songs from 30 years ago. Straight No Chaser has sold more than 1.5 million concert tickets worldwide, and you can catch them right here in St. Louis on Friday, July 26th at the Factory and the District. For tickets and more information, visit thefactory.com. The 24th annual St. Louis Filmmaker Showcase also returns this month. Every year, Cinema St. Louis hosts the festival to celebrate the area's current and future filmmaking community. This year will feature 64 films spread out over 10 programs. All of the works were written, edited, or produced by St. Louisans or those with very strong local ties. In addition to the screenings, there will also be 4 masterclasses, a live podcast recording offered. The festival runs July 19th through the 28th and will take place at High Point Theater and Cape's Sokol. You can find a full lineup at cinemastlouis.org. It has been 30 years since Twister blew fans away, and now the epic studio disaster movie is back with Twisters, a modern chapter of the 1996 blockbuster. My dad desperately wants to see this, so we're seeing this tomorrow. I'll let you know how great it is. If you can feel it, chase it. You'll see what I mean.
Dodge whatever's in there. It's big and it's moving fast. Drive. Go, 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 go! Guys, you gotta get out of here. Do you hear me? It's Tyler Owens. Calls himself a tornado wrangler. If you feel it, chase it! I said if you feel it, chase it! All right, here we go. Oh, she's perfect!
She's gorgeous!
You thought you could destroy a tornado.
We never had a chance.
You want one? You don't face your fears. You ride them.
We got twins! Twins! Is that it?
Nope.
Okay, that looks like it's going to be really fun, but what else looks fun is ice cream. Tamara, I love it when you come. You're always fun.
Thank you, of course.
But you also always bring us treats, so...
That I do, that I do, that I do.
Let's talk about this. You got in touch with the Missouri History Museum to celebrate the World's Fair.
Well, of course, because the ice cream cone was invented at the World's Fair in 1904.
Right.
And I knew they were working on this brand new exhibit, which is so very cool. If you haven't seen it, you should. And I said, well, why don't we do a collaboration? We'll create some ice cream flavors based on some foods that were popularized or invented at the World's Fair, and let's work together and have some fun. And they said, yes.
And so these are the 4 flavors you came up with.
These are the 4 flavors. So just to begin with, what's super fun, it's called Fairy Floss.
Okay.
But it's actually cotton. Did you know cotton candy was invented at the World's Fair?
I did not know that.
You
and
did.
I love cotton candy.
Yes, so this is a cotton candy flavored ice cream with Pop Rocks in it. So it reminds you of the spun sugar when you eat it, and it pops in your mouth. It's super fun. And then the second is really the nod to the ice cream cone, which was invented at the World's Fair in 1904. But this is a salted caramel non-dairy ice cream with chunks of chocolate-covered waffle pieces because the waffle cone.
Oh,
because the ice cream
brilliant.
cone.
Oh,
right?
yes.
So fun. And then third, we have the Meet Me in St. Louis, which really is a nod to the Corn Palace that was made huge at the World's Fair.
Now, I read about this Corn Palace thing, and I got to tell you, I don't get it. So explain to me what this is going to taste like. This one is the one that wasn't really straightforward in my mind.
Yeah, so it is a sweet corn ice cream base with cornflake candy chunks in it.
Does it taste like corn?
Yeah, try it.
Okay,
it's actually super delicious.
We're gonna go right in here because I have to figure out.
The other thing is that most people don't know that cornflakes were introduced and really invented and launched to the world at the 1904 World's Fair.
I didn't know that.
Yes, so hence the cornflake candy inside and the sweet.
Oh, this is really good.
Isn't it? People are kind of like sometimes, I don't know about sweet corn, but it's a delicious ice cream.
I see what you mean. I do taste the corn, but it's not like I was thinking I was going to taste
right,
it. It's like an ice cream.
Yes, and it's beautiful.
It's really good.
And then last but not least, the last food item that was popularized at the World's Fair was a banana split. So the world had not been introduced to banana splits before that.
I do remember hearing about this.
So this ice cream, we're calling it banana split, has 3 ice creams in one, like the banana split.
I don't think anybody can see how amazing that. I don't know. Can you see that? Because
it's amazing.
It's like
so
all different.
It's the first time we've ever put 3 different ice cream flavors in a pint, and so we hand pinted each one of these with each 3 different flavors. So it's chocolate, cherry, and banana ice cream swirled together.
Ooh, I love this, but that's not all you're doing. You didn't just make some cool flavors.
Of course not.
You did something extra.
Yes, because Clementine's is extra all the time.
That's what we love about you.
That's right, that's right. So we are giving the first 50 people in line at all of our shops at opening a commemorative T-shirt, which
cute.
is very cool.
It's the T-shirt you're wearing today.
Yeah, Jim Harper designed it. It's super cool. Definitely, an ode to the 1904 World's Fair.
For sure.
And then the first person in line at every location will get one of our posters from it. And since we're collaborating with the History Museum, when they open at 10, we're giving away 120 free scoops of ice cream there. We're giving away 50 T-shirts. We're just making like a super fun day because it's the biggest ice cream holiday for us. Like in the country, it's always National Ice Cream Day. So everyone comes out, they bring their families, they bring their husbands. Like it's like a thing to do now every year.
And even if you're on a diet, National Ice Cream Day is the day you can break that diet.
Absolutely.
And go hard on the ice cream, I feel like.
And we have lots of non-dairy options too. So if you can't
one of these was vegan, wasn't it? Which one is
That's the vegan cornucopia.
This one's the vegan one.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to try this vegan one. Because,
try it.
Oh, I have to get a chunk of this.
Of course, it's amazing. Yeah. It's so interesting because the non-dairy ice creams, people are like, oh, vegan. Well, don't think of it as vegan because people scrunch their nose up at it. Think it's a non-dairy option because so many people out there really can't have dairy.
Well, what I do like about Clementine's is at all your locations, you have a vegan option usually, there's usually a gluten-free option, and this way it includes everybody in your family to be able to go get ice cream together.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Now, we've talked about naughty and nice, and these are all the nice flavors.
Correct.
Let's remind people about some of those naughty flavors that they really want to have a good time on National Ice Cream Day.
Absolutely. For guests 21 and older, of course, we have our boozy fun ice creams for adults, whether it's our maple bourbon with salted candied pecans or our pink champagne sorbet, or if you love classic cocktails, we have a Manhattan as well. So we have lots of fun boozy flavors too for people to check out. And we're also super excited to announce, we just got accepted. We are now selling on Goldbelly. So if you want to ship ice cream nationwide to anyone for an amazing price, for like incredible shipping rates, so cheap, you can now order us and send us on Goldbelly. So.
Okay, I love that, especially for people who maybe used to live here and no longer live here. You can be like, hey, here's a little taste of home.
Yeah, here you go. National Ice Cream Day. Here's for your birthday. What do you get somebody who has everything, right? You send them ice cream.
You send them ice cream. Oh, I love that you guys can do that now.
Yeah, we're super excited.
That is so wonderful. It seems like you guys have just been growing exponentially since you guys kind of started. I know it's been a lot of work for you behind the scenes that we don't get to see, but let's go through some of those locations where people can stop by and get some ice cream while I, of course, try what I've been wanting to try the whole time, which
is
the fairy,
the cotton candy one. Absolutely. So we now have 8 locations, which is amazing. So we have Lafayette Square, we have South City on Macklin, we have the Central West End. Our newest location, the Central West End, is super cool. If you haven't been there, like definitely check it out. We have Town and Country, Lake St. Louis. We have our shop in Des Moines, and we have our parlor in Kirkwood. And let's not forget our friends over there on the east side in Edwardsville. So we have a location there as well.
It's so close pretty much to everybody. There's one kind of nearby,
Sure,
which is great for everybody to have. You have to tell me, because I took a bite of, what are we calling it? Fairy floss?
Fairy floss.
Perfect. It's perfect cotton candy.
It is.
And I know it's that, whatever you said was added, the candy that's added in there.
Pop Rocks.
Pop Rocks, to kind of give you that. Who comes up with some of, that's all you?
Well, me, I have an R&D chef who helps me, but most of the flavors I still get to do, but it's a collaborative effort, right? I mean, even our customers, call me or send me a message and they're like, have you ever thought about doing this flavor, which I love, because sometimes I've heard of it and sometimes I haven't. So it's fun to bring everybody into the process.
That's so amazing though, that you can kind of be like, you know what would add to that? I'm not a person that could think that way in terms of ice cream or cooking or anything like that. So to me, that's amazing, because that's perfect. The cotton candy is so perfect. Also, I love cotton candy. Now, this is the only one I haven't. I'm just gonna put this one spoon in all these. I've claimed them all, apparently. All right.
So you got some of each flavor.
Yeah, got
there
some
you go.
of each.
Isn't that the perfect banana split?
It
in a pint?
is. Oh, I love it. All right, so let's go through this. You've got 120 free scoops at the History Museum.
Yes.
That's on National Ice Cream Day.
Yep. July 21st is when they all launch, which is National Ice Cream Day.
Right, okay, so that is, we're having a great time. So on the 21st, you can go to the History Museum. You can check out, you said it's a great exhibit about the World's Fair.
It's the coolest exhibit. It really is so interesting to see where the World's Fair was set up, on where the ground, it's, in our minds we think it's just Forest Park, but it was much bigger than that. And much more, many more neighborhoods that we call neighborhoods now was actually part of the World's Fair.
Was actually part of it, so you can see that. But the first 120 people can come grab a scoop of one of these flavors.
That's right.
I love it, and there's t-shirts involved.
Yep, you get a free t-shirt, and the Meet Me in St. Louis flavor is available for sale at the History Museum for the next couple of years. And if you buy this flavor in a pint in our shops, we're giving a percentage of the proceeds back to the History Museum.
Oh, perfect. So you are good. We have totally collaborated on that.
Absolutely.
And then for maybe somebody who doesn't want to go to the History Museum, on National Ice Cream Day, you guys are still having a party.
We are still having a party. It's our biggest party of the year.
Biggest party of the year, so they could come out and, what did you say, first 50 people in line afternoon on that day.
Yep.
Ice cream for everybody. I got to tell you, these are all really good. So I can't really pick. My favorite is between these two, but we all know it's always going to be this one. So if you want one of these, I told her I was going to do this. You should go to Clementine.
You can keep that one.
Naughty and Nice Ice Cream and check them out. You should go every day. But if you go Sunday, July 21st, that is National Ice Cream Day, and there's some perks with that. This one really is my favorite. Thank you so much for joining us. And I know you have a social media channel. People can check that out, follow along with you, and see what's going
Creamery.
on. Definitely follow them, and after you follow them, make sure you follow us. You can find us on, Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and you can always drop us a line at stltv.net. That's going to do it for us. We keep it right here on STL TV and Experience St. Louis.